Welcome back once again, everybody. What's going on? Our good friends here at Stormkeep and all of the amazing guests that we have out there in the audience tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Stormy D, and this is Bandwidth and Banter. And that right over there is my co-host and co-creator. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Druid IRL. And I play a Wood Elf Circle of Spores Druid.
That's for the D&D campaign now. Wait a minute, you're getting a little confused. Getting ahead of yourself. That's tomorrow.
It's compulsory. Like
I know. I put you on the spot like that. Guys, it's such an honor to be back again with you guys. The dance.
It's Friday.
It's a new
Friday.
Thing, right? Friday. I like what you did on your stream today with that video. Wow. Okay, that was crazy.
We'll see how if I get copyright strike. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully
but it's
not.
Glorious.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, it'll get all deleted out audio-wise from your VOD, and
that's fine. That's fine.
But
it's Friday. Mm-hmm. We all must celebrate.
That's right. Speaking of celebration, man, we had such an amazing guest on last week. The VTuber Jotun Red Wolf. We got to celebrate his talent and knowledge of D&D, and just an amazingly warm person. Super happy to have him on the show.
We love. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Yes. But another 10 out of 10. One of the how many amazing folks are there that are part of the Mighty Mango Mates? Because we got another one tonight, and I'm super stoked.
I'm so excited.
I mean,
I always get so excited.
Right? I mean, I'm honored because NhaHomie, she's just a breath of fresh air. She's just warm and inviting, and she makes you feel comfy in her chat, and she brightens your day. And she does it while working a full-time job and having a terrible commute. So, hats off to her patience. And we're honored and lucky to have her on the show tonight. So let's jump to that right away, shall we? Here we go. Everybody, please say hello to, I'm losing my voice. Druid, take it away.
Everybody, please. Just worship.
NhaHomie.
Bow before her.
NhaHomie.
Okay, no, we don't need that. We don't need that.
She's got home in her name.
I just need your eyeballs. You'll need to bow down to me.
Okay. Take my wallet. Wait a minute.
Take my money.
NhaHomie.
Hi, everyone.
It's such an honor to have you. Thank you for joining us on Bandwidth and Banter today.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I got to see everyone else go on the show, and I'm just like, oh, that'll be me.
Yeah.
So I got to prepare myself mentally watching everyone else.
Right on. Well, I guess there's some advantages to not going first then, huh? So, NhaHomie, please tell the viewers, the folks out there of our community who don't know you already, a little bit about yourself and your story.
Of course. For those that don't know me, my name is NhaHomie, and I am on the Bandwidth and Banter podcast, and that's usually the blurb I usually give when people rate me. But so I am a variety streamer mostly. I am I wouldn't say completionist exactly, but when I start a game, I really want to finish it. So if you've been noticing that I've been playing Batman for the past 4 months. That's because I went through Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and I just started Arkham Knight. So it's been Batman for a while. And then on Fridays, I like to play Overwatch with my friends. I love Overwatch. So I variety streamer. But
mostly Batman at the moment.
At the moment, mostly Batman. And before Batman, it was BioShock and all those games.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you have quite the list in your about section. I'm super impressed.
Yeah. I'm glad. I don't like leaving things unfinished, especially when anything with a story. I can't leave it unfinished. Like even bad shows, I'll finish them.
Oh wow!
Like Game of Thrones, Druid.
Hats off to you.
Hats off.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then as Stormy mentioned earlier, I do have a full-time job. I'm an optometrist by day. I like to take people's eyeballs.
Man,
Fully support that.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I need to go back.
I collect spines.
Mm.
That's why
Ooh.
Yeah.
BT's broken. This is his spine.
We'll replace it one day with a cybernetic one once the tech evolves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
NhaHomie, I wish there's a part of me that wishes I was in your same city because I need to go to the optometrist and get a new prescription. So
Me too.
yeah.
Quick PSA while we're on that topic. Everyone should be getting an eye exam every 1 or 2 years, depending on how healthy you are. So even if things are stable, you should go see someone for your eye exam.
Yep, I need to
Right
do
on,
that.
right on. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. Let's jump into your questions. Are you ready, milady?
Yep.
All right. So first question, I think you know what's coming. Please share a boring fact about yourself.
A boring fact about myself. I mean, I haven't broken any bones. Is that boring?
No.
I mean, yeah, that's both boring and interesting. I totally think that fits the
I
criteria.
also have not broken any bones.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, like it's boring in the way that I've never done anything exciting enough to break any bones. Like,
so you've never even stubbed your toe?
I've stubbed my toe. But
Stormy stubbed his toe and broke it the other day.
Yeah. It was the umpteenth time, so like I recovered from it in literally a few hours. So
okay, so you don't actually mean like broken.
No, it was broken. It got purple and swole up. Yeah. The thing is that a lot of people don't know this, but your toes, especially your little toe, when you stub it, you break it. Just a small fracture almost every time you stub it. Some breaks are worse than others, though. The ones that swell up and become purple are the ones that are pretty bad. But if you've done it enough times, if you stub your toe to a point where it's a bad, break, then it actually ends up being, it recovers really quickly and you don't feel a lot of pain down there. It basically means that you've got some dead nerves down there, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
Sorry, I was just bending over to touch my baby toe because it's like curled. Both of them are curled. And I'm just like, I don't think they're broken.
Check it out. I mean, if it interests you, I totally would be cool if I'm wrong about that, but I remember reading somewhere at some point in the past. We're doing a dance.
Sorry.
What's going on?
We're dancing because Kieran just rated with a party of 10. So I was trying not
Kieran,
to be disruptive.
rating on Bandwidth night. Wow, B&B night. Okay. So
yeah.
Next question, Druid, please take it away, milady.
How did you pick your Twitch name, and what was the inspiration?
Okay. So my real name is NhaHomie. The NHA is actually part of my real name.
Oh, cool.
And back in like 2014, I was on this medical mission trip, and one of the people on my team decided to start calling me NhaHomie. And yeah, I just kind of stuck around as one of my nicknames because I have a lot of nicknames just from the Nah. Like you just add Nah to something and it's a nickname.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and I was just telling someone the other day, I don't know why I never thought about this until someone told me to, like 4 or 5 years ago, that for Halloween I should be NhaHomie Solo, and so I was. And then I've also gotten NhaGohan, NhaHonzo.
Those are some good ones.
Yeah.
You totally make a cute, adorable Han Solo for sure.
Thank you.
NhaHomie. Beautiful.
You and I have that in common, actually, that our Twitch name is based upon our real name and a nickname. Because my real name is David Storm, and I was always called Storm or Stormy D or Stormy.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this is a question that we always ask, and even if folks haven't played the game before, I think everyone kind of knows what it is. especially here on Twitch. Please tell us, NhaHomie, what D&D class do you consider yourself to be in real life?
So I've never played or participate. The closest thing I've ever been to a D&D like experience is probably Diablo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
so that's good.
And I was a druid because I wanted to play with the animals.
Okay, there you go. Do you have
Yeah.
animals of your own then?
No. Actually, yeah. 2 weeks ago. Wait, what day is it? 3 weeks ago for my birthday, my husband got me 2 fishies.
Oh,
So
cool.
we've got fish.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, besides that, I really would like to delve into the world of Dungeons and Dragons one day. I just haven't found, I guess, the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Well, the best gateway
It's
is
hard.
currently the game of the year. So,
Is that Baldur's Gate?
yeah, Baldur's Gate
Mhm.
3 is definitely the perfect gateway to Dungeons and Dragons since it's based on, a variant of 5th edition. So,
Yeah, my husband has the game, and he when he first got it, he and one of our housemates were playing it forever, like until like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm just like, are you gonna come to bed? Or he's like, you should get the game. I was like, I have too many games to play right now.
Yep. Oh, do I
We
feel
understand.
that?
Yes.
Oh, do
Right?
I feel that? Tell us about the time you were in a box on stage.
Oh my god. Did Tantan send you that?
We can't reveal our
Maybe.
secrets.
She's the only one. She's the only. Okay. So, as you guys know, probably Tantan Tater and I met in college.
Mhm.
And I saw that Tantan. I see you. And we're both Vietnamese. I got involved in a big club called Vietnamese Student Association.
Mhm.
And she got involved with Taiko, but I think I asked about that during her interview already.
Mhm.
So in VSA, every year, and it's not just our school either, it's almost all the other UCs and all the other colleges that have a VSA. Every
Mhm.
year there's like a Vietnamese cultural night where we put on a show, we sell tickets and stuff, and what's the word? Profits go back to the club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the show includes dancing, both modern, so like kind of hip hop, and then traditional, which is traditional Vietnamese dancing. And then there's also a show, like a acting type show, theater
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And so one of my friends one year ended up being the director for one of the shows, and he's like, homie, you should audition. And I was like, for what? He goes, I have the perfect role for you. And it's like this this emo girl who's just like straight face, doesn't really talk with much emotion, and sleeps in a box. And I was like, all right, I'm down.
That's wild.
And so there is a picture of me. I'm surprised Tantan even remembered that. She has such a great memory. I forgot about that. But
That is
yeah.
so fun. I love that so much.
Yep.
That's a great story. Yeah, I know why Druid identifies with that for a couple of different reasons.
Because I was an emo kid?
Because you're an emo kid and you told
you
me
sleep in a
stories
box?
about you almost were in a box.
Oh my god.
I had a lot of fun when I worked in grocery too. We would hide in the big boxes and like try to scare each other. Like
So, all right, on switching gears a little bit to definitely a question that everybody wants to know all about because they've been talking about it in chat since we started. How did you become an eyeball enthusiast?
So in high school, I kind of, almost and had the same train of thought, same upbringing of if you want to be successful, you should be in medicine or healthcare or engineering
mhm.
or business. but like be really good at it. And I'm just like, I don't want business.
Right.
And I was like, let me look into healthcare. And college came around, and I still didn't really know exactly what I wanted. And then 2013, through VSA, actually through Vietnamese Student Association, I found out about this. It's a very strongly Christian group, but it's called like Good Samaritans Medical and Dental Ministry or something like that. And every year they do a medical mission trip to Vietnam during the summer. And there's like the medical team, the surgery team, dental team, pharmacy team, lab team, and eye care team, optometry team. So I just kind of was like, of all of them, I know for sure I don't want dental. I don't want to be looking in people's mouths.
Yeah.
Lab, I thought, and pharmacy, I thought might be a little too boring. So I was like, okay, maybe optometry. So I chose that one when I joined the group. And then when we went to Vietnam in 2014 for the trip, I was just like, this is a really fun job. And so where the mission trip went, we were in like the very northern parts of Vietnam, where it's just all jungle, nothing around. Like we could see China from certain spots because we went to this waterfall place. The other side of the waterfall was China. Anyways, yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. We set up clinics at different schools throughout the week, and people would walk miles just to come see us. And even though we weren't a full eye care exam lane, like we didn't have all the equipment needed, we were able to give them like a rough pair of glasses that are closest to what their prescription was. Like the glasses that we brought over were donated from clubs back in America. And even though they weren't perfect, we put the glasses on their face and they're just like, whoa, I can see. And like just the instant gratification of them being able to do something that they should be able to do was just really gratifying for me.
Yeah. I love that. As somebody who is a wearer of glasses. Yes.
I'm supposed to be.
Get on it, Stormy.
I don't know. I find I don't need it that bad, but I don't know.
Yeah. I just hope that you don't become like my dad. Like he's 60 and he holds his phone like way over here. I'm just like, Dad, if you wore your reading glasses, you can hold it right here.
I'm already sort of like that too. Like when we go to the grocery store and I'm trying to read labels on cans, sometimes the text is so tiny, I got to give it to Star Kitty.
Yeah, and my dad looks at me. You know how dads do, like I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm just like, you watched me study for optometry school for 4 years, and you think I don't know what I'm talking about? Like,
educated on this matter, sir.
Yeah,
that is so funny. What is your favorite unusual fact about eyeballs?
Unusual. Shoot, there's a lot of weird things with the eyes. Okay, how about I mean, it's not super unusual, but not a lot of people know about it. I'm going to use myself as an example. I actually have a huge mole, wrong eye, on the back of my right eye. So if the eyeball, right, if we're looking at a cross section, this is the front, this is the back, there's actually all this stuff on the inside. And the retina itself actually has pigment in it. So anywhere there's pigment, you can get a mole there. So just like the moles on our skin, we can actually get moles in the back of our eyes. And we have to watch them because just like the moles in our skin, there's potential for them to get bigger and bad. So
Yep.
So you can get a tumor in the back of the eye if you had one.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
Interesting.
That is
Wild.
unusual. I had no idea. Wow. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one I like to
Yeah,
throw
that's-
out that's like not super scary most of the time. And then another one is like people with diabetes or high blood pressure that can actually directly affect the back of your eyes. I had a patient the other day that had like a bunch of bleeding in their eye because their diabetes was uncontrolled.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Wild.
Maybe at the end, when we have the open floor, I'll ask you a question related to astigmatism, just out of curiosity.
It was literally just like, let's talk about astigmatism because I have really bad astigmatism in my left eye, and I would just love to hear facts. But anyways, we'll continue.
Yeah, this one's way more interesting though here. Please tell us about the craziest thing you and 1010 ever got up to in college.
In college,
Mm-hmm.
I barely remembered the box thing. College was, I met Tantan almost 8 years ago? 9?
Mm-hmm.
8. 8? Tantan? Let's see. What's the craziest thing we did in college? I don't think we did anything that crazy in college, but
Well,
the
how
first
about
thing
since college?
since college,
Sure.
we did celebrate our birth. The thing that popped up when you said craziest thing was probably our birthday brunch from like 2 or 3 years ago. There are parts I don't remember. Yeah, no, she and I were walking around after brunch because brunch had unlimited mimosas or bottomless mimosas, and I may have had 2 or 3 of them before the food actually came out, so that was not a good idea. There are pictures that I vaguely remember taking because it was like winter time. Our birthday's in November,
Mhm.
and the downtown area already had like Christmas decorations and stuff. So I have a picture of us at these like little snowman with the face cutouts, and then there's just the both of us, just like, and I'm just like, I think I remember taking these.
Someone in,
That's so cute.
someone in chat just said mimosa.
I visibly reacted to that comment.
I saw.
That's so funny. And hungover. I'm gonna have to hide chat. You guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. What drew you to Twitch?
So let's see. The first time I encountered Twitch, like I knew about Twitch like for a long time, but back in 2018 or 19, like it was during optometry school already. My husband was still waiting to apply to medical school, and he was telling me, "Hey, you should play Stardew Valley," which I still should. And he was like, "Yeah, just go on Twitch and watch people play it and see what you think about it. It's really chill." I was like, "Okay." So I got into Twitch and I found a person playing Stardew Valley, and her name is Widgie Who. It used to be Headwidgeon. And so I jumped into chat, and like at the time she wasn't as big as she is now. So back then her chat was not quite as crazy. But I didn't realize that like when you log in and you see the chat's empty, that's just because you had just logged in and you don't see any of chat. So I was just like, what's this game? And she's kind of explained everything, and then people in her chat started talking to me too. And I was like, this is such a nice community. I'll stick around and like, come back, and yeah, and that's kind of how I got started on like just my exposure to Twitch. And um yeah, and since then, like when COVID came around, actually before COVID, so during the 4th year of optometry school, all students have to go through different rotations through different clinics, different locations and stuff. You can more or less pick where you can go. And my school is one of the few that have a rotation site in Japan.
Mm.
And
Okay.
when I got into the school, that was like my number one goal.
Yeah.
And I was able to win the lottery and get it as one of my rotation sites. That was in 2018 when I was able to pick my site. And then I was supposed to be in Japan summer of 2020. But we all know what happened then.
Yeah.
So that one got canceled. No international spots for us. But my initial goal was to stream my experience in Japan. I was gonna, because it was at like a U.S. military site, so it would have been, I didn't have to speak Japanese or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But my plan was after work, go to 7-Eleven, get a bunch of foods and snacks, and eat it on stream.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
Right on.
Yeah, so that was originally how streaming was supposed to get started, but it didn't.
Yeah.
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 Life is what happens when we're making other plans, right?
Yeah. But I did get to start streaming when I was at my site in Vegas. I had a little bit better internet connection anyways, and they were all right. I just had a gaming PC, like a gaming laptop, sorry, not a PC, gaming laptop, so it didn't even, it could not handle playing a game plus streaming, like, yeah.
Love.
So NhaHomie, what did family and friends think when you told them that you planned on streaming?
I didn't tell them, except for my husband. I told, well, then boyfriend, well, now husband, whatever. I don't know, whichever way it sounds.
We get it.
The human that's mine, my human.
Pre-husband person. He knew about it. My roommate at the time knew about it, only because we lived together and she heard me. Some of my friends knew about it. They're like, "Oh, that sounds fun," and didn't really say much else. Like my husband was like, "Oh, that sounds cool," and he said he'd watch more often, but he's too busy for me. At least for stream, he's fine. In IRL, he spends enough time with me in real life, but not enough time on stream. He's a very rare sightings of husband on stream.
So when he shows up, everybody's like, yes.
Yep.
I love that. What struggles did you deal with when you first started streaming?
It's definitely the same struggles most people deal with when starting out. Well, I don't know if everyone words it the same way, but definitely like self-esteem when you're first starting out. You're just like, no, watching. Do I talk to nobody? Like, what do I say? Like, and then like, so when I pre-streaming, like one of my best friend, when I told her I was going to start streaming, she goes, "Oh my gosh, you and your weird noises." And so like in real life when we would play games together, because she had more consoles than I did when we were growing up and playing games and me struggling, there's always noises like whoa or stuff like that, which now pop out in stream. But when I first started out, she was one of the few that would watch me, and she texted me after. She was like, "Why are you so quiet?" And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm self-conscious. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm afraid. I'm petrified.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably like self-esteem at the beginning definitely was one of the things I had to struggle with. And then technical issues, trying to figure out like what Streamlabs, how Twitch, how microphone, how webcam, how everything. And then lighting also, like before it was just the light from the webcam itself. And in the dark room, it was just, yeah.
Yes. I've sent people like screenshots of step by step of like going through the creator dashboard, because the creator dashboard's confusing. I'm like, you go here and you click this button. I like draw little arrows to people for them to like click this button, like, because it's just so confusing.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So on that note, NhaHomie, what tips can you share with future streamers?
Be persistent. You can do it. Just keep on going. If you like it, if you don't like it, then it's not for you. It's fine.
Right.
You don't have to force yourself into it. But if
Agreed.
you're enjoying it, then keep on doing it. The numbers don't matter if you're having fun.
Agreed. What a great way of looking at it. Wonderful.
Agreed.
That was one of the things I had to make myself like not do either. Like stop looking at the numbers. Everyone starts somewhere. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, everyone starts somewhere. Just because you only got 2 viewers right now, it's gonna build. And then networking also is important too.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yes. The networking part. That part, and like finding that cushion of people, of humans that you can just connect with. That's why we love the
You
Mighty
can vibe
Mangoes.
with, right? Your tribe,
We love that.
your vibe attracts your tribe, as Dagoff likes to say.
Yep. Exactly. Although part of my networking skills kind of stem from like my professional, I guess, portfolio too, because you have to learn how to get along with the people around you, because optometry is a small world. Despite how many optometrists there are, like you're always going to bump into people you know from school, people you know from your previous jobs, people you know from when you were on rotations. Like you don't, yeah, it's work.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most about streaming?
Definitely the people.
Mhm.
Everybody that I've met, including you guys, have been so awesome. And really fun to get to know. Like I know I don't get to spend that much time in your guys' stream because while I'm at work, I do lurk.
Mm-hmm.
But the struggle to keep a conversation going is a lot. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. But just meeting everybody, finding people with silly names is also one of my favorite things.
Mhm.
And then I also have I've been trying to limit my gameplay to only when I stream.
Mhm.
So that's also another reason why it's fun, is because I set aside time for myself to play games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's mostly connecting with other people. It's really fun.
Yes. I love it so much. Beautiful.
So switching gears a little bit, since we're talking about games, how long have you been playing video games, and what was the first one you ever played?
The first one I've ever played. That's a good question. So the first game I ever played was not my own, because growing up, games were for boys. And so I didn't own any until like a little later on. But growing up, like when I was young, my guy cousins had games. Oh no, and I remember my babysitter, her daughter had a Super Nintendo, and she had Mario. She had Super Mario, and I did get to play. I think that might have been my first game, Super Mario World. I don't know which one. I think is that the first one. I don't know. But one of the really old ones, I think technically was my first game. And then my cousins had games, and I think I got to play a little bit of Pokemon through them, but I never owned any Pokemon games myself. I think the first console that I owned was a Game Boy Color, but I remember playing like this Little Mermaid game on it. It had like a little rumble pack and everything, like it was a pinball game. Do you remember that?
I'm having a moment.
A flashback
I
moment?
think I just had a core memory unlock. Cause like I'm gonna have to look it up. We'll hunt this game down.
It was
Oh
a
man.
Little Mermaid Game Boy Color game with a rumble pack, and the Game Boy that I had was like the clear purple one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Interesting.
loved that stuff. Like, yeah. And it's really sad because so I have family in Vietnam. I'm Vietnamese, and I'm the oldest cousin on my dad's side. We went to visit my dad's side of the family over there, cousin over there. At the time, I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade. Came over with my clear purple Game Boy, And my younger cousin, he was like, wow, that's cool. And my mom, she's like, hey, you're the oldest cousin. You should give it to him. I was like, where's the logic? I don't understand the flow of logic here. Yeah, so
I've been
he
told
took
that
my
too
game.
because I was also the oldest cousin.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. And that wasn't the first time it happened. Like a few years later, I got the DS, the original DS, and I had a few games on that. Took it with me to Vietnam. And he asked, he was like, wow, that's cool. And my mom's like, yeah, give it to him. I was like, are you serious? You're gonna do this again for the second time? So
gosh.
yeah.
Parents
Yep.
can be unintentionally cruel sometimes.
Yeah. I do miss, the thing I missed most about that was Nintendogs.
Nintendogs!
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. Next, core memory unlocked. I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have a moment after this, and I'm gonna be looking up videos.
Found the game.
Yeah, I know. I copied and pasted it. I'm gonna be looking it up later. Don't you? I noted it. I saw. Thank you. We love you. What is your favorite thing and your least favorite thing you have streamed?
My favorite thing. Sorry, like you, as I've mentioned already, my memory is just
You're good.
trash.
We totally get it.
let me pull up my channel real quick and look through my finished games. Let's see. My favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite game that I've streamed. I don't know. So unfortunately, this was like early in my Twitch career, so not a lot of people got to see this. But Untitled Goose Game.
So good. I
So
also
good.
have completed Untitled Goose Game, and it is so underrated.
Mhm.
It needs to be so much more popular. Everybody needs to play it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I have
Highly recommend.
my goose emote in what's it called? In respect for it.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
And what was your least
I
favorite one that you
also
streamed?
have a goose emote in
You
respect.
do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. So cute.
Oh, wow. Between the two of you, you can
that's
make a lot of
so
geese.
funny.
Oh, that's also why I have the honk emote. Honk,
Oh
honk.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was literally just me running around honking at things for like 20 minutes. And yeah,
So good.
love it. Love it. I want an army of attack geese in my like one day.
And
So
what was your
So
least
you'd be safe
favorite
forever.
game that you played?
My least favorite? That's hard because all the games I've been playing have been really fun.
Mhm.
I guess, okay, least favorite to stream versus watch,
mhm.
I guess might be Blair Witch. Like it was a really fun stream
Mhm.
after the fact, but during it, like I'm usually pretty cool-headed.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody would agree with that. Usually I'm pretty level-headed and not super like nervous about things, but that game actually gave me anxiety. Like a little bit of anxiety when I played out. I'm just like yeah.
Yep.
But after the fact, like watching all the clips everyone created, I was like, okay, that was really funny. And like thinking about the game and the mechanics of the game, the story of the game, it was really good. Like it's a great game. But experiencing it in real time was stress.
Yes. I could yeah. Oof.
So, the next question is if you could visit any of the video game worlds you've played through, which one would it be and why? Probably not the Blair Witch.
Definitely not the Blair Witch. I would just curl up and let them take me. Let's see. I mean, Portal might be kind of cool, but there's no humans there. But like my dream superpower is to be able to create portals, so
That would be so cool.
that's the best I've got, because I'm just
No,
like, I
that's
don't
a
know
good
if I want to
answer.
live in the Tomb Raider world or the BioShock world or the Batman world. Like Gotham is just chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos incarnate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great answer. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
don't even know if I have an answer for that either.
No friend says Overwatch world. I mean Overwatch world, as long as it's after like the main events, I guess.
Untitled Goose World?
Where I get pestered by a goose, or I am the goose. That's the big.
You would be the goose.
Hmm.
Or whichever
Okay,
you
then maybe
pick.
that. Then maybe
Yeah.
I would be the goose. That would actually be really funny.
Goose.
Be the goose.
No goose. I have to hide chat. I have to hide you. What inspired your love of Batman games?
Well, a lot of the games I've been playing right now, the order that I've been going in was based off this one stream I did. And I showed chat, these are the games I have on Steam and Epic Games. I'm going to put this in a list and you guys vote in Discord which games you guys want me to play. And based on the popularity is the order I'm going to do them in.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I've always been kind of neutral towards Batman. Like I thought he was cool. I don't know much about Batman before I started playing the games. But yeah, BioShock 1 as the first series to play. After I did that poll, and it was amazing. And then after that was Batman. And I mean, there's no deeper there's no deeper reason why I started playing all the Batman games. It's just the people asked, so
Right on.
I started it. But it has been really fun though. Like I've always been interested in the comic book world, but I never had the time or money to spend on it growing up. And of course comics is another thing that's like for boys. But yeah. So being able to actually learn more about the Batman lore and just the general DC world, it was kind of cool because I mean, I don't know what you guys think about the DC movies, but they haven't been the greatest compared to Marvel, where I actually have learned a lot about like those characters and stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's just nice having another medium to learn more about the DC universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Batman is my husband's favorite.
Yeah. It's been a great time. Like I highly recommend playing the Arkham series if you guys haven't tried it yet. It's really cool.
Oh, thank you. All right, switching gears again. Here's a fun one. What is the certification process of a professional dog petter, and how can we train to get certified?
Let's see. So you have to make sure you have we're taking notes. We have to make sure that you pet all dogs equally. Even the ones that you think are ugly. They're cute too, okay, on the inside. You have to be friendly to all dogs, even if they are brats.
Yes.
You have to treat them with respect. That way they'll come up to you, they'll sniff you. Let's see. I think the only thing that sets me apart from others is that for some reason dogs that are usually shy actually like me. Like Cozy can attest to this. Her puppy Polly apparently doesn't usually like people, but she actually let me pet her. And that's actually happened with a lot of my friends too. Like I don't know, someone who hates people would actually let me slowly come up to them and they'll sit next to me and I'm just like, okay, I'll take it slowly. Let them get used to me, and then by the end of the day, my hand is either under their chin or on their.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I
I
love
appreciate
it.
that.
Notes are taken. Fun fact,
Mm.
because I work for Instate Big Chain Coffee Company with a green logo.
Nice.
I with the drive-through, I get to see so many dogs. And some dogs love us so much they try to jump out of the car window into our drive-through, and we tell everyone if your dog enters our store, it's ours and we get to keep it. So
Oh, I love the videos of dogs and their little puppuccinos.
yeah, we have
So
a
cute.
button. We have a button on our register that's called the Pup Cup.
So cute.
Really?
That is how committed the Starbucks is for all of us that are into dogs.
That's
Like, if
amazing.
there's a Pup Cup button, there is a button.
It's
And it is
necessary.
free. Go get a Pup Cup for your
your
dog
pup.
or your cat or your llama, whatever you bring through your drive-through. I have had a llama come through the drive-through. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
We'll have to.
Yes.
Tell us about
That's
that
the
story
look
later.
of confusion when somebody said to me, there's a llama in the drive-through, and the speed to which I ran from the back room to the drive-through was so fast. Anyways, so
That's a great
I'm just
story.
trying to imagine, like, was the llama in the backseat of a regular car?
it was in the backseat of a van.
A van.
It
I
was
was
amazing.
I was picturing, like, maybe it was a trailer, like, you know, those horse trailers, and the llama's face
No.
was sticking out.
In the car. It was beautiful.
Was it a baby llama? Aren't they big?
It was a baby llama, but
Okay,
it was
okay,
still a
okay.
llama. It was still in my it was there, and it
That's incredible.
Yeah, like Babel said, like, I also was picturing someone riding it into the drive-thru was my next question.
I'm in a weird enough area that somebody would probably come through on a horse if given the opportunity. So highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Beautiful.
Gotta respect it.
I'm excited about this question.
Mm.
Oh no.
Pick a dog breed that fits. Take two. Pick a dog breed that fits your personality and the personalities of each of your mighty mango mates.
This is hard. Who did this? Tan?
We can't tell you, honestly. I mean, we really can't
Okay.
because we don't remember.
For me, I don't know. Like, what's a dog that's mostly chill and then has zoomies sometimes, and someone that would like to sleep all day if given the chance, but also down to go on a hike if asked.
That sounds like my nephew. By my nephew, I mean Banana Tom's dog.
yeah, Naboo.
a beagle.
beagle?
It's a beagle.
The
But
beagle-
that
I
sounds
do.
exactly like Banana Tom's dog, which is a beagle.
I could take beagle. I'm really bad at decisions. At deciding things. I guess beagle. Yeah, I could see beagle.
Okay.
Let's see the rest of the mango mates. Okay, let's see. Tan would probably be a Labrador because she's just so cheerful and makes everyone feel so comfortable, and she's just so cute.
Yeah.
Or golden. Shoot.
Ooh, that's tough. Both of them work.
Mm-hmm.
A retriever.
There you go.
Of a sort.
Let's see. Cozy. So I'm obviously going with the order of people I've known the longest to least longest. Cozy. I actually met Cozy in college too. I don't know if you guys knew that as well.
That's cool.
But let's see. Cozy con chile. Someone that's a little spicy. Like, I kind of want to say Chihuahua, but she's not annoying like a Chihuahua. She's just spicy like one. Let's see. Let's pick a different one. Maybe like I see that, Cozy. I'm sorry. Not Chihuahua, though. It's not Chihuahua. It's something else. Oh, yeah, maybe a Jack Russell. They are pretty sassy dogs.
Yes.
They are sassy dogs.
Mhm.
But they're also very smart.
That definitely fits her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The smart
Yeah.
part and the sassy part. Yeah.
Chihuahua Dachshund.
Let's see. And then no foreign. I think I'm gonna go with the husky for no foreign. He's kind of crazy, but he's
Yeah.
also very lovable. He could be pretty high energy. And
So
like
loud
Cozy
I
said too.
And they are loud. Yeah.
I mean, if you've been in Cozy's stream during her Be Right Back screen, you've probably seen the clip of Ultimate Chicken Horse and heard No Foreign's laugh. Like, it kills me every single time when he laughs out loud like that. I just feel the laughter in my own soul too. And let's see. Okay, last but not least, Epsions. My let's see. I was thinking of Boxer for Eps because those dogs are the goofiest dogs I've ever met. Like, I've only met one in real life, and I've seen a lot of videos of boxers going crazy, and I'm just like, that's Eps.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Fun fact about me, I've been told I'm a Chihuahua I'm basic. They're like, you're a Chihuahua. You're just loud and yappy and never stop. I also have I have that little man's, like, because I'm tiny and I'm just like violent because of it.
It's true. Okay. All right. I see
Were
it.
you about to say little man syndrome?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Little dog syndrome.
I have that little dog syndrome. It's just like, I can't win.
Oh yeah, wiener dogs are like that too.
Except I'm yappier. Shaking with violence. That's me. Tell people.
So, this is another staple question that we like to ask on the show. What is the weirdest sleeping dream you've ever had, NhaHomie?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. I always doubt when people say there's meaning to dreams because I have so many weird ones. I haven't been remembering them lately because I just wake up and go directly on my phone, but there's this one dream I had back in middle school. It was 2008, the last few months of school, last few months of 8th grade, and there are a bunch of field trips planned. And in real life, my friends and I were like looking forward to, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Knott's Berry Farm. Really excited. And so I guess I went to sleep one day thinking about these field trips. And in my dream, I'm on campus talking to my friends about the field trips. And then Willy Wonka comes to school, and it's the Johnny Depp version. He comes to the school and says, hey kids, you want to come to my factory for one of your field trips? And we're like, yeah. So we go to his factory, and it's the Johnny Depp movie version, so it's like dark and dreary, gray doors. And we walk in, doors close behind us, it's dark inside. We turn back around and we see skeleton version of Johnny Depp, and he goes, welcome to my factory. And we get strapped into like roller coaster carts, kind of like just to actually take a tour around the factory.
Yeah.
And it's dark. There's cauldrons of things dark things bubbling. I swear I see fingers in them. And instead of Oompa Loompas, they're imps and gremlins, and
Whoa.
And that was most of that part of the dream. And then like at the end of the tour, we're at the back of the building, and I'm not too sure what happened, but then my dream changed, and I'm inside a huge grocery store, and it's like an endless grocery store. Like if you've ever seen Bruce Almighty, and it's that scene where it's like an endless room where it's bright. It was that, but there's just aisles and aisles of groceries, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. Turn back around, and now I'm behind the building, and I'm with some friends, and one of them, she's a larger girl. She's sitting on top of the shoulders of someone else, and I'm just watching them. I was like, what are you guys doing? And they were like, oh, we're just balancing. We're trying to balance. And then I watch them, and they start tipping over. They fall, like land onto the asphalt, but then as they fell, they just kind of splashed like water balloons, just clear water, just psh, and then I woke up, and I was just like, yeah.
That's wild. That's amazing. Such a detailed, long dream too. I love it. Oh,
yeah, no, I've told this one so many times because of how weird it is. It is etched into my memory.
Right on.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
It's an omen.
Yeah, so people who know how to read dreams, can you please tell me what that dream means? Like I don't understand. Like what is the life lesson here? I've had other pretty vivid zombie dreams too, but that was back when I used to watch Walking Dead, and I think the weirdest one was when I not accidentally, I thought I saw my sister turn into a zombie, so I stabbed her in the back of the head. And then she turned around, started yelling at me, and then walked away with my knife in her head. And I'm just like, oh. I woke up, I texted her, I was like, hey, I stabbed you in my dream. She's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know.
I was watching Walking Dead. So funny.
Yeah.
All right, we're down to the last two questions. These are the very, very most important questions ever. If you could be any superhero that could beat Batman, what would you choose and why?
That could beat Batman?
Yep.
So now I have to also analyze who could be Batman. I'm not knowledgeable enough to know. Like Ep says nobody could beat Batman. I don't know. I mean, if I want to, I think I'll cheat and pick someone from the Marvel universe. Just cuz they'll never.
You're welcome to do so.
Okay.
I support.
You pick whomever you want.
If I could be a superhero that could beat Batman, I think maybe I'll go with Scarlet Witch.
Ooh.
That's a nice choice. Interesting.
Just because I like nobody will see them. I don't think there's been any scenario, someone correct me if I'm wrong, that they've fought each other in anything. Especially since they are from two different universes. But her powers are pretty OP, so I feel like of all of them that might be Batman, it'd be really fun to be Scarlet Witch.
Right on.
That's maybe not be as crazy as her, but you know.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, there have been crossover comics between DC and Marvel, although Scarlet Witch never fought Batman.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know.
I think it's a great choice, actually. I think if you think about it, the kind of things that she could do would be kind of the antithesis of Batman. I think it's a brilliant choice. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, the most important question of all before we move into the open forum. NhaHomie, hard tacos or soft tacos?
Ooh, soft tacos.
Yeah.
Why?
Soft tacos. Soft tacos because they're just easier to eat. That's not the only reason. They're easier to eat, and I feel like, because with authentic tacos, they're soft tortillas. But with Taco Bell, you've got a few different options too. And their hard shell tacos are nothing to laugh at either. They're delicious, like the Doritos Loco tacos.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. But it is a little messy for me. I don't like making a mess. So eating hard tacos is only if they're super delicious.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
most of the time, I'm gonna go with the soft tacos.
Yeah. Much prefer soft tacos myself. Beautiful.
Well, now is the part of the interview where we go into the open forum. But before that, we want to plug you. I see that Druid's already been at it, the game. She's got your links in chat. Guys, everyone, please, NhaHomie's content is amazing. She's wonderful and just warm and fun and hilarious. So go support her, send her all your biddies and your subs, and take good care of her. Keep her on
all
Twitch
of the biddies,
forever.
all of them. Fun fact, my husband doesn't get to go on Twitch very often, but will be like, I was lurking in NhaHomie's chat.
Aww.
I was lurking in NhaHomie's chat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, cute.
That's so nice.
Yes.
I mean, you did say he's a big Batman fan, so that makes sense. We've been doing a lot of Batman.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So
before we open up to chat, there was somebody that said something because we do some sleuthing, and this is a personal question. As somebody that also reads webtoons, what webtoons are you reading right now?
Too many.
Me too.
Too many.
Star Kitty, she also reads webtoons as well.
I've been reading webtoons since college when I first found it.
I've only been reading webtoons for the last 2 or 3 years because I just recently I recently discovered webtoons.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I can show you real quick from the bottom of my subscribed list.
Holy crap. Wow, okay. That's insane.
So the bottom of that list are ones that are already finished, but I just keep them so I can have the titles. So I can recommend them. But in the past, you were only allowed to subscribe to up to 100 at one point. And so there are some that I probably don't have saved because it was pre 100 whatever. But anyways, ones I can think of at the top of my head. So I actually got Tan Tater and Cozy Conchile to read Lore Olympus.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Another one that I really like is called Unordinary.
I've seen that, but I haven't started it yet.
That one's pretty cool. That one's a superpower, a universe where most people are supposed to have superpowers, and there's a whole hierarchy and social commentary on that too. But let's see. Another one that I'm liking a lot is called Teenage Mercenary.
I've seen that one too, and I haven't started that one either.
That one is good. That one is really good. Another one that's kind of underrated is called Eliseed. It's an action one, and there are cats in it.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you have a ton of them.
There's too many.
So much.
Yeah. We'll have to open that discussion.
We'll just start a group chat, and we can just exchange webtoons.
Yep.
So if you want to join the webtoon club, just reach out.
That's what you ought to call the group chat too. Although only, I guess, in a group chat you can have 10 people. So maybe we should just create a section of one of the servers.
Yeah, somebody's server. It doesn't matter. Just invite me, and we'll just trade.
That's that. Do you have a Discord server, NhaHomie? Then we should put it on. When you feel like it. If you feel like it, make it on yours, and then everybody can.
I could create one. I've been meaning to, but I also have been not. I've been making a lot of promises on my Discord and haven't fulfilled a lot of them. Like Discord watch parties that I said we would do ever since March, and it's already, oh my god, it's December.
Yep. I get that. I was also supposed to have a Discord watch party, but
so it looks like some questions have already started even before. Wow.
Yeah, I did notice that, but I was like, I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna jump in with this one. I guess the first one I see is from Techno Battle. Do you ever roll your soft tacos into tiny burritos?
Yes.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yes.
it make it easier to eat them?
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Because when you roll them up, you don't have to bite twice to get. So I'm one of those people. If I'm eating a hard shell taco, if this was the taco, I'll eat like the top and then the bottom of like that one
Mhm.
row, and then I'll go top bottom again. But then when you roll up the soft taco, it's smaller, so you can just take the
You-
bite.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mart.
Yep.
it's less messy. At least that's my
Yep.
train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Describe your perfect Taco Bell meal.
Ooh. So I will have to. I usually share with my husband. That way we can order more things. Fun fact: a lot of our first few dates in college were at Taco Bell, and so I think the we almost always get a Crunchwrap Supreme. We used to almost always get a quesarito, but they don't have that very readily anymore to order.
Right.
Mhm.
I'll get one or two of the spicy potato soft tacos, which are on their value menu.
Mhm.
And then whatever's new. So we used to just so I don't know if you all know this, but Taco Bell still comes out with like new stuff like all the
Mhm.
time.
Yep.
So I think when I was in Vegas with TwitchCon with everybody, we did get to stop at the Taco Bell Cantina, and one of the new things there that I hadn't tried yet was the grilled breakfast tacos. And so it was just tacos with egg and either I think ham, bacon, or potatoes
Uh-huh.
as your whatever.
Mhm.
And the cheese was grilled, and it just I love burnt cheese. So there was a tiny bit of cheese that came out, and it got burnt a little. Anyways, yeah. So
Mhm.
perfect Taco Bell meal is Crunchwrap, a quesarito, and a spicy potato soft taco, and whatever's new.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Yum.
No Forn asks, how many hats do you have and what is your favorite?
I did not count them. I have not counted them. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the background, we have 10 bucket hats. Well, I didn't fully count all of these. This is just an estimation. In the background, we have 10 bucket hats. In the closet, we have baseball caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 15.
Wow. Amazing.
I love that.
And I think I just so Hot Topic had a huge sale, and I may have bought like 4 more hats.
I wonder if you have more hats or if I have more gnomes.
That's
I
a
have a
good
lot
question.
of gnomes.
You have more than, like,
You
she
do-
just
you
named
do
off
have a
that
lot
she
of
has
gnomes.
like almost 30 hats, or approximately 30 hats. You have 30 gnomes? You don't have to show them all, just. Like, it's hilarious, the things that humans love to collect. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
I have 16 off the top of my head, but I also have that's just within like 2 rooms. I also have a garden, and my mother is addicted to stashing gnomes in my garden. So
So
That's awesome.
so many gnomes. So many gnomes. What's the one thing Taco Bell has discontinued that you wish would come back?
So I don't know if Wheelie was the one that asked this question, but I know he said the the boss wrap. I think I've had it once, and it was really good. But the quesarito used to be so easily accessible, and now it's not. I love that thing. It's basically a burrito, but there's a layer of melted cheese in the tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love cheese.
I just love cheese.
Is it mine next?
Yes.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
The first karaoke song I'll always try is going to be Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Because if you listen to it, it's actually not too difficult. Most of the vocal range is pretty in,
Mm-hmm.
like, it doesn't go all the way up or all the way down. So that's a great warm-up song.
Love.
And then once other people have chosen other songs, I will go into I write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco because it's so fun to just belt
Yep.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that has warmed me up, then I go to Misery Business by Paramore.
Nice.
Santantator asks, what has been the most fascinating eyeball case you have encountered?
There's a lot of them. And with my, like I said, short memory, I can think of, let's see, the most interesting of the ones I remember. Actually, I'll tell you one of the funniest ones I remember. So there's this condition called uveitis or iritis, where it's just the inflammation of your eye, and it's mostly just like the front part of your eye,
Mm-hmm.
where it's super painful. You're really sensitive to light, and if it gets bad, like it can permanently cause some issues. But usually, you can just prescribe some steroid eye drops, and it brings down the inflammation. Give them
Mm-hmm.
some other eye drops to help with the pain. But the funniest way I've seen, sorry, let me back up. The most common way to get it is idiopathic, meaning it just randomly happened.
Mm.
The second most common way is if you have an inflammatory or autoimmune condition. So patients with arthritis or lupus
Mm-hmm.
would get that pretty often. And another way to get it is trauma to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite story was this man came in. He was like in his late 30s. His one eye is really red. He's in a lot of pain. All the light hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so how did this happen? He goes, well, I was having a Nerf war with my son. Sorry, you were drinking water. I probably should have waited.
No, you're fine. It was my choice to start drinking water when I knew it was a good story. That was,
right in the eye.
Yeah. And so he got a Nerf dart straight to the eye, and it caused some inflammation to it. And I was like, well, lucky for you, it's a quick and easy fix, but it is going to take about a week for the symptoms to fully die down. But yeah, that one's a fun story.
That is a good one. Eps asks, what is the best meal you've ever had on your travels, and where did you have it at? From where it was?
Best meal I've had on my travels. Shoot. I mean, I love food. I'm not a very picky eater, and I'm not a very judgmental eater, or I guess
Yeah.
I have lower standards than my husband does. Like he cooks and eats and is very picky about, not picky, but he'll be able to judge, like, oh, this is too salty, this needs this and this, and I'm just like, it's all good. Except when it's not good, then you know that it's bad. But I think in recent memory, my favorite meal is probably when I went to a sushi omakase in Tokyo. It was a Michelin star restaurant, and it was a lot of it cost a lot, but it was worth every single dollar. But just the quality of the fish that we had, it was so good. And normally, like all you can eat sushi, I will dip all the pieces of sushi in a little bit of soy sauce, eat it with a little bit of ginger just to kind of cleanse the palate, whatever. But like the quality of fish was so good, you don't need anything else to eat with it. They literally hand it to you, like to your hand. Like it was one of those bar ones. There was like only 9 people at the bar. They handed me a piece of sushi. I grabbed it. I ate it. And I was just like, this is, I could die now because my mouth is happy.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
miss sushi. Epps asks, homie, why are you not wearing your Taco Bell pin?
Shoot. I honestly don't. Oh, wait. It might be in this bag. It might be in this bag. So I got it during TwitchCon, and like lately I've been really messy with my room. And oh god, where is it? And Tan got it for me. Oh,
While you're
no.
looking for it, I'm going to ask you the next question.
Okay.
What is your least favorite fast food joint? That's from Ghost Reaper.
Least favorite fast food joint? I'm stumped. Least favorite? I think lately it's been McDonald's only because it's so expensive. But I also can't really answer properly because I haven't been to Wendy's in like a really long time. I haven't been to Burger King in forever. Jack in the Box I like, so I know I can't say it's my least favorite. I haven't been to Carl's Jr. in forever either, but I remember liking it. Like I said, my food opinions are very I like all of it. Food is food.
Food is
There might be items I don't like or like don't care for, but there's not a lot of those either.
Not in NhaHomie stands for New Hat Association.
This is true. Oh no.
Let me.
I found it. I found it. I found it.
Found it. Nice. Optometrist Taco Bell. That's fantastic.
That is glorious. What?
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna keep it on my desk. That way I don't forget about it ever again.
The last question. Oh, Star Kitty asks if you could magically become fluent in any language, what would it be and why?
Fluent in any language? I haven't really thought about that. Let's say Chinese, just because I feel like it would be useful. I know enough Spanish to do my job. I know enough Vietnamese to talk to my family. I know a tiny bit of Japanese to get around. So yeah, I'll say Chinese.
Cool. Nice.
Love that.
Yeah, we're coming in on the last few questions for the interview. By the way, if you have any for us, we'll save that for the end. If you have any that you want to ask us.
Sure.
I'm not going to ask Bunny Slaughter's question because that's just funny and silly, I think. But No Foreign asks, if you could meet any famous or historical figure, who would it be and why?
I would love to meet Paul Rudd.
Who?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, wow. Ant-Man.
I just think he'd be so fun to hang out with. He's just so goofy.
I agree.
And actually, you know what? That's kind of tied with Hugh Jackman, just because he was my first celebrity crush, and he's just such a wholesome dude.
Right on. That's cool.
I love that.
I've been a fan of Paul Rudd for a lot longer than people realize that he's been around. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but he was actually in one of the Halloween sequels. I think it was either Halloween 4 or 5, but it was one of his first roles was in the Halloween sequel. And really, as soon as I saw him in that, I was like, there's something about this guy. I like him. And I was young. I was just a kid, but yeah. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of his. Go look for that just for the funsies.
I'll have to look for that. I think the oldest thing I know him from is in Friends, but I know Babel just put in Clueless as well, the brother in Clueless. I think I watched that movie, but I don't know if that's older than Friends or around the same time. It might be older. But
look, we have time for a couple more questions, and like I said, if you have any for us, feel free to jump in. What you got there, Druid?
I don't know if we got this one from Wheelie F, kind of towards the back. It said, "You've traveled a lot, but what destination are you eager to check off next?"
Yeah, I overlooked that one. Good one. That's a great one.
So a goal in life is to travel to every country in the world one day. And also to travel every state in the US and the national parks. So I've successfully actually this year was able to check off all of the California national parks. We have 9 of them here.
Damn.
Yeah, we have 9 of them here. And the funny thing is the last one to check off is the one I live closest to. And I actually lived close to there during college too. And I just never went. And yeah. But where I do want to go in the world, I do want to go to Greece. I'm not super knowledgeable on it, but I'm a huge fan of like Greek mythology. I think in high school is when I probably knew the most about Greek mythology, but I would love to visit all the different sites, all the different temples, and just that.
That sounds amazing.
And then luckily, and my husband is actually a huge like history buff, so he would like it for the history aspect of it. So every time we travel, we do actually like to go to the museums and historical spots just to see it. Other people would not care for it as much, but it's just one of those things I like to learn about.
I love that kind of stuff. It's great. There's always so much in this chat.
I know. I see one from Tan Tater at 7:15. Do you see that one?
Go for it. Just,
okay.
If you catch it, go for
Various factors like personality or appearance aside, what would you name your first dog?
So I technically had a dog once for like all of 2 weeks, and then my parents were like, "Nah, we're gonna give him back to your uncle." And I named that one Kaboo, and I don't remember why. I was in middle school. It was a cute name. He was a Jack Russell Wiener dog mix.
Oh.
And like as you know, like Jack Russells are very high energy. So my mom could not handle him because like I was a student, I was a child, and I guess she didn't think I would be able to Kaboo like Naboo. Yeah, actually, it was spelled like that.
It is very sweet.
Yeah, but I don't know what because my first official dog is I'm gonna go rescue one. Go to the shelter to find one, and I think they usually have names already, so that helps me from having to decide.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have pets?
I have a tropical chicken nugget, and her name is Bunny, but we referred to her as her title as the chicken.
Yep.
That's
or
right.
bird. She is 22. She's 22 years old. She's
Wow.
secretly an elder god trapped in a mortal body. That is why she is full of rage. And we are her second owner. And she only started playing with toys about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Wow, that's
She's
great.
so cute.
I love her so much.
I'm allergic to a few pets, so right now we do not have any pets. Unfortunately, I love.
Have you ever had a
visiting
pet?
Other people's pets? Yes, I have. Long ago, when I was a kid, we had several different dogs, Cocker Spaniels. My favorite, I had a little Spitz mix. He was just adorable. His name was Sam. He was white and fluffy, and
Oh,
yes.
that's so cute.
So let's do it like this. Last two questions. I'm going to have you ask us one more question if you'd like, and then there's a really interesting question that a first-time chatter asked in chat that I'm going to ask. So do you have any other questions that you would like to hear from us?
Let's see. If you could live anywhere else, money constraints, travel constraints, ignoring money and travel constraints, where would it be?
That's a tough one. I think I know her answer. I already know her answer because I think she lives where she
What do you think my answer is?
I think your answer is right where you're at.
Actually, just the next county over.
Well, yeah, I meant the state, but yeah. Yep.
It's my favorite. I want everybody. I love my home state.
Yep.
It's my favorite. I'm very biased.
I've lived in a lot of different places, moved a lot of different places, but I haven't been to Europe. There's a lot of places in Europe I would like to move, and I guess I have traveled to New Zealand twice, and so my first instinct would be to say New Zealand, just because it's a wonderful, beautiful place. But
I would love to go there one day.
Yeah, I don't think now I really would want to go to the trouble of trying to move there. So just the way it is. But it's a great question. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So the last question from A&O Apple Tree. This is a really one. We're gonna all answer this one. How's that sound? But first, NhaHomie, have any of you fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
In real life?
They didn't specify, so I think you can answer it however you want.
In real life, no. In a game, maybe. I think. Oh no, yeah, I could say I have in Overwatch. There's one character with 2 guns and
Akimbo. Mm-hmm.
If I just look up and shoot, yeah, I could do that.
And Druid?
It wasn't with 2 guns, and I wasn't jumping. I was trying to awkwardly climb through a window. This is during airsoft days, when I used to play airsoft with my husband. And it would just be basically me trying to jump through a window, but of course, they're for like tall fucking people is not me, and I'm trying to jump and it just doesn't work, and then like I have to defend myself, but then I'm this one that's sacrificed. So not 2 guns, 1 gun, and it was kind of jumping.
Your feet were not on the floor.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think it counts.
For me, I can answer affirmatively both in the virtual world and the physical world. But not airsoft, but paintball. I used to play paintball when I was younger, which is very similar to airsoft. There was a time
is less messy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
There was a time we were playing a unique kind of variant of paintball where if you killed somebody, you could pick up their gun and use it, because at the time we were all using the rented ones. We didn't have our own personal ones. And so you could, if you took somebody out, you could pick up their gun. And so I had 2, and I went running over a hill and jumped in midair shooting at people in real life. And then of course in games, lots of games have a Kimbo style. So
I would love to do that. I would love to do that one
There's
day.
tons more questions, and we even had some in the back till for you.
Yeah.
Your folks are amazing, and you are amazing. My goodness.
You know what? I guess you're going to have to go to NhaHomie's channel.
That's right.
Follow her and then ask her these questions in her chat
Yes.
next time she goes live.
Yep. And someday, hopefully, we can have like all of the Mighty Mango mates on the show again. Maybe all at
That
once.
would be
That'd
really
be amazing.
fun. That would be chaos, but that would be really fun.
Yeah. We can like one day when we all meet at TwitchCon, we can have a special stream where we interview the entire crew. That would be freaking amazing.
That would be really fun. I am immediately imagining like someone getting an Airbnb that has a hot tub that we can just do like a hot tub interview, just like drink on the side. And
my God, we're planning this?
Okay.
We're planning this.
This seems like a thing that must happen now. Mm-hmm.
Hot tub interviews with Stormy and Druid. Tater sweating.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you.
Who's in the hot seat next? Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
That's right. We'll make it happen.
We have to say our love to NhaHomie.
Thank you, NhaHomie. You're amazing. You're wonderful. We were so honored to have you on the show. And just thank you again.
And thank you for having me. This was really fun. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's now dark. Like, yeah, it is dark now.
I've been watching the sun transition. I was like, the sun just is set an hour ago now.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. We're so lucky.
Wow. Incredible, Druid. She's just such a sweet and warm, amazing human being and super smart and talented. All the things that she has done and is doing. Just and the work that she's done in other countries, wow, I'm just super impressed. That's one of the things I love about what we do with Bandwidth and Banter. We get to highlight things about people that we didn't even know. Like we meet them through their amazing Twitch talent and their personality and all the things that they do on their streams, and then we get to see and bring out all the richness of who they are on the other side. And, we're super fortunate.
We're so lucky.
Yes, we are.
I too am NhaHumbled.
NhaHumbled.
So,
Agreed. I like that. That's super good. Speaking of NhaHumbled and of the Mighty Mango mates, we're super stoked and excited next Friday, to have Colmere on. So
Colmere!
yes, he'll be our first person whose stream is primarily dedicated to music, and I love that. I can't wait to have him on the show. And it's just such a treat that we got to meet all of these folks. Thank you, Tater Lord Spud Solutions, for being our Kevin Bacon of these folks, these amazing folks. You have anything else to add, green-haired goddess?
We're just so spoiled. Thank you guys.
Indeed.
All the time.
Indeed.
We love you. You guys are the best. All of you Mighty Mangoes, for also just letting us get to hijack one of the mangoes for a while. We just really appreciate it.
Yes.
You know, we're so lucky.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for having us. And well, we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. We got to do the thing.
Yep.
Here we go. All right. Let me get my finger on the button to do the end screen thing here, so I can be all prepared. Oh wait, where did it go? All right, there it is, ready to go. Thank you for coming to the show.
Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below.
If you're listening to the podcast,
please rate and review the episode.
We are Bandwidth
and Banter.
Thank you.
And good night.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.